Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Jets of Time Randomizer. My name is xIceblue, and in the commentary booth I have Muppets in Space.
What up?
And I have Paraki as well.
Yo.
We are gonna do our best to kind of give everybody a kind of rundown of how this randomizer works. It is a fantastic game. You know, everybody loves Chrono Trigger. If you don't, you probably should replay it and learn to love it because it's a good game. But yeah, no, seriously. A little bit of like the backstory and rundown of this randomizer. The seed and the flags that we are running right now, it randomizes character locations. It randomizes like all the chests. It randomizes. We actually have it on boss scaling. So as you defeat more and more bosses and collect more and more key items, bosses start to get stronger. And I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, I believe if the bosses are holding like a key item that's required for like Gobo, like say like the ruby knife, they're actually already scaled up a lot higher than normal.
That's correct.
So if you encounter a boss that's just completely obliterating you, then you can kind of figure that, hey, there's a super, super good key item behind this boss.
Yeah, it's one of those ways to use strategery to assist you. This is a randomizer that came out a couple of years ago. Procky and myself and Ice all jumped feet first into it, and I think that you all are going to enjoy watching this exhibition as xIceblue jumps feet first into it. Ice, you ready?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. Let's. I like to do wait just because I like to take some time. Like active, if you play on active, like I don't know, when I'm trying to like decide, hey, what do I want to do? Do I want to heal? Do I want to attack? I'm gonna get dumpstered, so I don't want to do that. But yeah, timing starts whenever I press start on the second character's name. So right now we get a Robo start, and we get a Lucas start. That's a solid team. Are y'all ready?
Number 2. Right.
Are y'all ready?
Let's do this.
Give me a countdown.
3, 2, 1, go. So we start out with Robo and Luca, and as you can see, we start out in that wonderful little scene, except for this is kind of a variation. It's the end, but it's really the beginning. We're going to look for our poor mother, or at least Chrono's poor mother. And we already have the Wings of Time, as it were. This is called Jets of Time because it's a little faster. But with a Robo and Lucas start, low speed, but high yield damage capacity right here. So Procky, when we start out, we have this time machine. Where can we go immediately?
Well, you have access only to 600, where you start here, and 1000 AD. You have access to the Cathedral, where you can collect your 3rd character, and then you can fight Yakra to collect your 4th character, and you can also do Denadora Mountains and Hekran Cave and Zombor on the bridge. So you have those early checks.
Yep, that's right. Those are your early checks. Each of those checks can lead to a key item that will open up other checks. You're going to see a lot of those as we continue, but right now xIceblue is doing basically a standard opening game route.
I'm gonna go through a lot of these shops just to see if we can find like a better weapon for everybody. To make the Cathedral just pretty much a breeze. Because I go to the Cathedral first. Sorry.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of purchasing of consumable items, looking for weapon upgrades. You got that magma hand for Robo over there, and that's going to provide a lot of initial opening game power. And you'll notice that as he's scrolling through all of those time frames, he's got no access to anything else except
miss menu.
except 1000 AD. No, but it's a great time to show that off. And right here, we have our first check. This is a free check right here. In the vanilla game, You can get the tools by doing this particular check right here, but the key item that is held here is randomized. It could be something else. What do we get?
Okay.
We got Ruby
No,
Knife.
that's extremely nice.
I'm not gonna say free seed, but
That's literally one of the items that you need to beat to get to Lavos and through the Ocean Palace.
Yeah, Procky, let's talk a little bit about Lavos. So, of course, because this is an open world rando, we're just looking for the quickest way to get to the end game. But what are the ways that we can achieve a path to the end game here?
Well, in the true spirit of Chrono Trigger and its multiple endings, in the vanilla version, there's multiple paths to the end of the randomizer as well. So if you get, say, a combination of the pendant, Chrono Trigger, and the clone, you can unlock a path through Zeal and through the Black Omen.
can I cut y'all off just really quick?
Yep.
Absolutely.
I don't know if y'all saw the tech that we just learned, but Luca just learned Flare, and I just got Area Bomb from Robo.
Oh, well, now Tech Randomizer is on. That's an optional flag that we always have on.
And look at this Dreamstone in the snail.
So this is a world record pace seed at this point. Ruby Knife, as I was saying, there's certain combinations of key items. Ruby Knife and Dreamstone are needed with the gate key in order to, well, first you face Black Tyranno, but then you are able to go to the Ocean Palace and face Lavos. So we're already on a great pace here.
Yeah, but he is a gate key away from achieving go mode right there. Now you'll notice he didn't actually buy the Dreamstone as of yet. That was because he didn't have enough gold. It's still the 9,900 gold that you would normally have to spend to buy the jerky in that spot, and that was for in the vanilla game when you would have to buy the Moonstone to charge it to the Sunstone in order to do the Sunstone side quest, Berserker Hype. So
Absolutely.
right here we are looking at our first dungeon. This is the Cathedral. Classic opening game dungeon, the quadruple Naga-et fight.
We're just
right
gonna
there.
let Robo just do his business.
Yeah.
Robo's gonna go ham. And in vanilla, normally what happens at the end of this fight is that Frog will come down and dispatch a surprise Naga-et, and he will join your party. That's when you have Chrono and Luca looking for the way to return the queen to her rightful place on the throne. In this, we don't know who's going to drop from the ceiling, though, so let's find out.
Unfortunately, we got slowed by the Naga-ets, so Robo was just inching on by with his like 6 speed.
Yeah, it slows you down and it also reduces the damage output of your character.
All right, what do we get?
Well,
Could be worse.
some might say this is the best team in the game, but not all
Who
of
are
us
those
agree.
people?
Not us.
Well,
I have a question for you, Procky. What's your feeling and take on Frog?
well, he's fine, you know? I mean,
He's fine.
You can hear the reluctant conversation here. Do I have to say
I
something
believe
good?
begrudging.
I'm gonna
is
say
the word.
I'm just more a fan of Glenn, but that's a weird way to.
Berserker Hype. That's another one right there.
I don't think we need 2.
So now we're going to go around and do a little bit of looting here. There's some treasure chests. You can see that there's all sorts of different stuff. I got a bolt sword out of one of those treasure chests. We're looking. All of the tab locations are the same. Tabs have not been randomized. You can find tabs in top tier chests. You can find them also in drops, but in their normal little blue star locations, you're still going to find a power tab where you would normally find a power tab, etc. He's going around doing the looting. Is going to get a little bit of experience. Experience has been increased, as well as tech points for certain fights to balance out the game, to allow for a more smooth transition from early to mid to late game. We got Hypno Wave. Nice.
That's a very nice pickup for Luca.
And Chad is asking about the level of randomization. So these boss fights are not in and of themselves randomized. You don't find Black Tyranno where Yakra is. You don't find Yakra 13 where Zombor is. All of the bosses themselves are what they are. But with boss scaling, you never know how much they are going to be increased based on their position in the key item chain. So if they are part of a large, big find in the key item chain, they are going to get a randomized buff, basically. So you still have to prepare for the fight like you would normally prepare for the fight. But there's no telling whether or not your preparations are going to be truly on par. You know that you're going to have to fight Son of Sun, so you know you're going to have to fight Fire. So you'll still equip fire-resistant gear.
You're going to want Red Absorb, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially like if you're doing like the Golem fight as well. If you go the route.
Pekran, you want Blue Absorb. You know, you just try to.
Should we go over the fact that Zeal 2 can also be an optional boss?
I mean, sure. So we were talking about ways to get to endgame. Procky was mentioning Gate Key to Dreamstone opens up the Tyranno layer. You beat Black Tyranno, and that sucks you into the time portal to let you get into 12,000 BC. You use the Ruby Knife in order to gain access to the Ocean Palace, and then you beat Lavos from there. That's one way.
So something we didn't explain clearly was that the Gate Key is something that gives you access to 65 million, and the pendant gives you access to the future. So once you collect those two things, you have a lot more checks to do.
Absolutely. Also, a second way to get to 12,000 BC is to forge the Masamune, and to wield it with Frog, you hack open the magic cave, and you go through Magus's lair. You defeat Magus, that sucks you into the portal and into 12,000 BC, whereupon you use the Ruby Knife to gain access to the Ocean Palace, and then you fight Lavos from there.
You could say that the Ruby Knife is pretty required for most of the exits.
Required, but it's not ultimately required, because the third way that Procky was initially mentioning when we were talking about this was you get the pendant, which gives you access to the future, and then you collect the Chrono Trigger and the Clone, and you climb Death Peak with them, and that will actually raise the Black Omen. And then from there, you fight Queen Zeal, then Zeal 2, and then from there, you go into Lavos' shell and you beat Lavos. But there is a flag that is on right now that makes defeating Zeal 2 the end of the game, and that is the Zeal Flag. And it is a way to sort of balance out the length of time that it would be taking to do one route versus another, because Black Omen is objectively longer route than the Ocean Palace route.
Also, this is actually gonna be a faster fight than actually in the any % route where you just skip Yakra, because we're gonna hit it with Flare, and then we're gonna hit it with Ice Tackle, and he's dead. So this is actually faster than the any % route.
This is wonderful.
See you later, Yakra. Yakra only has 1,000 HP. So 1,000 HP into two different techs. Ice Tackle is a very high level tech. Flare is Luca's best spell in the game. Yeah. Oh, we just got haste. What is this seed?
Wow. So we have all the makings of a jet seed. We do not get a key item for this, but we do get a shot at a second character, because in vanilla, we know what happens here. We do this cutscene. We go back to the castle. And
we
then
leave the
if you
Chancellor
go
in the
up-
box.
Yep, and always. And then you go up the right-hand set of stairs, and at the top, you would normally rescue Marley from the depths of darkness and nothingness. But we don't know who's coming up. It's clearly not going to be Marley, because we already got her, so... Who
Well,
are we going to
until
get?
Cecil releases duplicate characters.
I was
You
going
know.
to say also that with the Yakra fight, like it is possible with the correct flag set to perform the menu glitch to skip the fight. And even though that is quick, I find myself just playing through the fight because it's also quick and you get a drop from Yakra, which is often pretty good. So you want gear, and sometimes he can drop the best gear in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to address a couple of questions in chat. Somebody asked, can you take the bucket or just fly to Lavos? Or those locked off? 1999 is locked off in the epoch, as well as we don't have access to the end of time even right now. You might notice that we haven't gone there yet. We can't go there. The end of time is locked by 2 different means. Procky, would you care to go into that a little bit?
Yeah, so you will need the gate key or the pendant, like I said, to unlock those 2 time periods and to access end of time. And you will eventually be able to use the epoch to crash into Lavos, but you have to defeat the shell fight first.
Or lose to the shell.
Or lose to the shell or fight Zeal 2. And then you can... Well, no, the bucket's always locked, I think. But
from what I remember,
you can
the
crash
bucket,
the epoch.
yeah, the bucket is unlocked when you crash the epoch, so it's
Oh,
just sort of
it-
redundant.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
we found white vests, which those will come in handy since I have Ruby Knife and we know where Dreamstone is. I'm gonna be looking for that gate key.
Yeah.
So we found white vests, which those are gonna be used for the golem fight if we can find somebody with a lightning ability. Which Robo gets shock, but we don't know
Yeah,
when.
just learn shock, easy peasy. You got flare. Why not just learn shock?
Yeah. Come on, Ice.
Yeah, just learn it. What am I doing?
Let's see. We've got another question. What does jet seed mean? That's just a very fast seed. It's slang for an incredibly fast seed. Like fewer
so
tricks
it's
required.
Slang in the overall randomizer community for a fast seed.
Chambers Games asks, is the Rainbow Sword randomizer, would you still need to craft it? Actually, whenever you do that crafting thing, you are crafting a key item. The Rainbow Sword is randomized, but it is, shall we say, incredibly rare to see it.
It's rare, but sometimes you get a seed where it drops like 5 times.
Yeah, I had a seed a few days ago where it dropped from the mobs off of the Zenin Bridge. So I ended up getting 2 rainbows, and I was like, all right, we're going to look for Chrono.
Yeah. So now we're going to climb up Denadoro Mountains. This is a fairly long dungeon, but it is also a fairly easy dungeon. It falls right in line with the power level that we're at, which is somewhere in the vein of levels 8 to 10. And so we're gonna do a couple of required fights here, gain a little bit of experience. You might see Ice do a couple of more fights, but then you're gonna see a whole lot of precise movement here. The glitchless flag is on, so you're not gonna see a whole lot of fade outs. You're not gonna see a whole lot of save anywhere here. What you are going to see is a lot of precise movement in order to avoid a bunch of fights here.
We are going to put that Berserker back on Robo. I might even put it on Marley, too, just because we have pretty high-powered weapons. And to save, TP right now, we're just going to power through these fights.
Well, and the great thing about Berserker, too, is not only does it increase your damage, it increases the frequency of your damage by virtue of the fact that you don't have to make an input for it.
Yep.
And it reduces damage coming in. It raises your overall defense.
Yes.
which is also a very, very nice feature.
I believe it was
this Ogon. This Ogon has like, I think it's like 500 defense or something like that. When it has its hammer, if you use a fire spell on it, it burns the hammer. So like at the point of the game, like in the vanilla version of the game, the only thing you have is a flame toss with Luca. So you use that to burn their hammer, and it drops their defense to like literally 0. So we're gonna skip a bunch of encounters here, just with some precise movement. We're not worried about the chests here. We can find some better chests later on. We'll just grab the ones that are in our way. Just kidding, we're gonna trigger an encounter there.
Oh, but you didn't. You're fine.
This is my favorite encounter skip in the game. So if I walk straight here, we would trigger a 4 gauntlet encounter, but if you walk right a little bit, you skip the entire gauntlet.
Yep.
It's the best skip in the game. It's the best skip in the game.
And if you miss that skip, it's like a 3.5 or 4 minute time waste.
Yeah.
Oh man. I tell you, when I discovered that, I could feel 15-year-old me somewhere going, what?
By the way, y'all, mountains are nice.
Mountains are nice. This is the life.
Mountains are nice.
Man, you're nosy. I also never knew that until I started running this game, that Killwalla gives you a tab. Speaking of tabs, there's going to be another tab coming up here, one of the more important ones. Right there, speed tab.
Yeah, so this is one of the slowest teams in the game because they all start with 8 speed, which is frankly awful.
Yep,
and
it's pretty dreadful.
Even though they're all very powerful, it's difficult to play with such low speed. So you want to go around and collect as many speed tabs as you can, and if you're lucky, you're going to find speed belt or dash ring is the best.
Oh yeah.
I often, if I find Chrono at a point like this, I'll take his bandana off right away and just give it to someone who needs it.
Yeah, right.
All right, so this should be a pretty, I think, Masamune has...
500.
Yeah, 500, and then the second fight has 3750 or something like that.
Or is it 1,000?
No, it's 1,000, and it's like 3750 for the big boy.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just gonna cast Flare here. We have ethers. I'm not worried about MP.
So, interesting thing about this is that if you defeat one, you defeat them both. But if you don't defeat either of them when you hit them, they both will counter. There is a physical counter whenever you hit Masa, where they both do X strike on you, and then there is a magical counter that causes Confuse when you hit Mune. Which you just saw right there.
And then they just remove the Confuse, so it's fine.
Yep. It doesn't matter. Ba-ding!
Oh right my, there. Come on. Thing has like 7 HP. Seriously?
You and your reckless play.
I know. Terrible. Alright, Robo's just gonna punch him in the jaw and he's fine.
Boom. Boom.
And we got a green dream. Nice.
Yeah.
Green Dream is actually a really good item. It's actually used, I believe, in the any % route, or the
sure is,
to survive the famous specific attack that Lavos does.
Yep, elixir glitch. That's what it's all about. You just elixir glitch your way into victory. And HP overflow. Gotta love it. So what we're about to watch here is it's a pretty hard-hitting fight. This particular boss got buffed a little bit more, and his chops hit hard, and his breath attack still hits pretty hard. It's lightning based, so if you have white vests on or something like that that mitigates lightning damage, you can actually shrug a lot of it off. But you've got chop, tornado drop. And then...
Oh, we got to be careful here. This is actually this might not be a fight that I can take right now. Looks like.
Oh, I think you can take this fight just fine. You just have to be a little careful about it.
I don't have any revives, so...
Whoops.
All right, well, we can't attack right now. So we're going to wait for Robo. We're going to try and ice tackle our way through this. Oh, yes, indeed, it's gonna probably one-shot somebody.
Nah.
Like I said, this is a scary fight if you're very weak right now, which we are very weak.
Yeah, but you got haste up there, so I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be okay. You have to be real cautious with this one because another drop will probably end the fight.
That's the end of the fight.
Yeah.
We can try.
Where'd you save last?
Right before. I always save before major bosses.
Oh, okay, great. Well, then you're fine.
Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and reset. Wasting time to just kind of sit here. We're gonna leave Denadero. We can come back. But I am gonna come get the speed tab real quick.
Yeah,
though.
considering he wasn't like hitting you with super hard damage, it suggests that he probably doesn't have the gate key, which is all you want right now.
So yeah, little misfortune, but it's all right. We're gonna make our way back and avoid more encounters here. Oh, didn't avoid that one though.
I mean, if he was scaled up, he probably would have been hitting you much harder.
Yeah, we would have probably saw like 250s almost. So we'll come, if we need to, we'll come back whenever we have a few more levels. May as well take a few encounters on our way down just to gain some levels. But yeah, but these two berserkers with, you know, the level of weapons that both Robo and Marley have are gonna power us through a lot of these levels.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful not to trigger the gauntlet on the way back.
That wouldn't be pretty right now.
No. Just be a giant waste of time. Nice, we got a silver rock. Thanks. Don't even know how we caught that, but nice.
Hey, you have Ayla. All you need is Frog, and you got yourself some Spin Strike.
Kind of looked like Robo caught it with his face.
Yeah. Good on Robo.
He can catch rocks with his face. He's special.
Yeah, he's metal.
I mean, if you try hard enough, I'm pretty sure anybody can catch rocks with their face.
I mean, if the rock's thrown hard enough, you're gonna catch it whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
So yeah, where do you think you're gonna go next here, Ice?
I think we'll just go do Zenon Bridge. I like to avoid Zenon Bridge just because I don't like the boss fight there, but I guess that's where we can go.
Well, yeah, Zenon Bridge is interesting. Okay, tell me a little bit about the change that happened with Zenon Bridge. What we're about to find here.
Change?
Yeah. There's a little bit of change in how we get it, because I mean, can we just go right to Zenon Bridge?
Well, no, you have to you have to talk to the guy first here, the knight, and then go to talk to the chef.
Mm-hmm.
How is that different from vanilla?
Well, see, in vanilla, you go back to Zenon Bridge, and you talk to the guy again, and you give him the jerky, and then that triggers the cutscene, right?
Oh, that's right. So instead of getting the jerky, you get a random key item.
You do.
Just before the fight. But you have to complete the fight in order to keep the key item.
And here's the thing about it, is that this is one of those moments where speedrunners of Chrono Trigger would know it to be sort of an infamous, oh, this is where I save anywhere glitch my way through it.
That's true.
You would save anywhere outside, and then you would go right to the bridge, and you could just save skip it.
Oh, the tools.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Tools is annoying.
Tools is worthless, unless we have the mass mune.
However, it warps you right to this, so you cannot save anywhere your way through it.
Oh, I see.
Yep. It just gets
It
you
actually-
right to the beginning
It
of
actually
the
breaks
bridge.
that possibility. Yeah.
Yep. It absolutely negates the ability to save anywhere, glitch your way through the Zombor Fight or anything like that. So Tools opens up the ability to repair the northern ruins over where Frog's boy Cyrus, his ghost is haunting. For that you get an upgraded Masamune, but you have to have the Masamune in order to upgrade it. So essentially, Tools is kind of a useless item. But what we are doing here is we're taking these fights to see what kind of drop we get.
Tab Invest.
Invest. That's great.
Tab Invest is pretty good.
Yeah.
Plus 2 speed.
Is it 2 speed? I thought it was 3.
Tab and Suit is plus 3
Oh yeah,
speed.
the seat. Yeah, suit's
Correct. And Luca stays squishy when you use it, but it increases their speed, and it's just
Yeah, we want speed on Luca, 100%.
Yep.
The more I'm casting Flare, the better the seed.
yes.
Absolutely. So plus 2 speed, minus 50% incoming fire damage. So it acts as a Ruby Vest as well, which is it can actually make the difference between living and dying against something like the Black Tyranno fight,
Yeah,
Son of Sun,
Yeah.
and it was fire-based.
Hopefully we don't have to go to Son of Sun in the seed, but
Oh, I love Son of Sun. I love that fight. I love playing that fight fast and loose.
it is, well, it's always fast and loose with Son of Sun, isn't it?
True enough. I used to grind so hard for that fight. Now I'm like, nah, YOLO.
You just put on a few Ruby Vests and you're fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or I like to just cast some barriers.
Oh, yeah. Barriers do it too. So, Zombor Fight, it's scripted in such a way where it matters what you attack here. If you kill the bottom before you kill the top, or at a certain damage threshold for the bottom when you kill the top, it uses a Doom attack that does a considerable amount of damage to your entire party. But if you just obliterate the top first, you don't have to worry about that, and you can deal with it top, then bottom.
We want to see all those fire attacks on Luca, because her innate is already fire. She already takes reduced damage from fire.
That is a 20% damage resistance to the native element.
And you can tell when this boss dies, or when the section of that boss dies. If you defeat the top first and you get hit by an MP Buster, that'll indicate that the boss is dead. Or at least that section of the boss is dead. And then this is part of the run where you just kind of just mash the A button here.
Yeah, if you have these kinds of weapons, it's easy to just auto attack him generally.
Yeah.
And that's what having an opening game route that's very chest open heavy, very shopping heavy, offers you the ability to do is to get those really nice mid-game, late-game weapons, a plasma gun, your comet arrow that you've got there, the magma fist or megaton arm you've got there. That's all of those just very overpowered for the type of bosses that you're fighting here.
Yeah.
Another thing you want to pick up early
So
is shelters and revives, of course, which it looks like you now have, which is good.
yeah, I wouldn't pick some up. So the money that we have is really nice. We can now go buy the Dreamstone if we really need it, but I'm gonna keep the money that we have currently, just because I want to be able to purchase like items if I need them before. Like we'll have enough money later on to make those purchases. But I can go pick up the Dreamstone a little bit later. We're gonna go do our good friend the Heck Ran Cave. Sorry for my excruciatingly bad language.
My goodness. Yeah. Good golly. Such language. So Heckran, very similar to what you remember the Heckran Cave being. It favors magic. Everything has crazy high physical defense, and everything is susceptible to magic. Except for, of course, these henches in the opening. We're just gonna punch them and shoot them, and then they're dead. But everything else has crazy high physical damage resistance.
The amount of berserkers in this seed.
Yeah, that's fine because we've got 2 magicians and the robot is whatever.
We're just gonna do this all the way up to the boss. Just gonna let the game play for me.
My goodness.
This is a good encounter to take because you get 25 tech points from it, and it's very easy to clear.
So one of the things to note, though, is after you get your first 3 techs, you don't get any more until you've unlocked magic at the end of time, except for Robo. Robo just learns all of his techs.
I was wondering about that the other day. Now, does it bank the tech points you learn that you earn?
No, it does not.
Negative.
It doesn't bank it. Okay.
No. A lot of the reasons why you'll see a character learn a couple of things or seemingly learn one thing one fight and then all of a sudden they've blasted through to the next is there's a tech point overflow glitch inherent in the game where if you have 49 tech points left to get your next tech and you gain 50 tech points, for some reason the game double counts those 50 tech points that you earned for that fight, because it just says, oh, you learned this tech, and now apply 50 tech points. So that's a lot of the reason why you sometimes see...
I forgot that this thing has...
like you're banking tech points.
I forgot that this thing has HP absorbing. So we're going to be here all day if I don't get out of this fight.
Oh, that's MP absorb.
No, he just absorbed... twice from Robo.
Awesome.
So we're gonna leave Marley out of the berserker pool, unfortunately. Otherwise, we have another one of those encounters coming up, and we're gonna be there all night, and we don't want to be there all night. So there is an encounter skip right here. Like this entire section up here. Like if I go down any further, that entire row will trigger an encounter, and then like all the way like a little bit to Robo's left, we'll have another trigger point for an encounter. But we just skip that one because we don't want that one. This one is unskippable, unfortunately.
Yep.
You have to fight this one.
Well, you have to get into the encounter. You can still run away from the encounter, and this is something that Young Muppets never knew. L&R, just like some of the other Squaresoft games and SNES, you hold that, boom, you run away.
Which I think we're going to change up because Marley doesn't have AoE, but Luca does.
Yeah.
Or just replace a berserker with a berserker, no problem.
Just some very precise menuing. It's just RNG manipulation. That's all that was.
This is also another unskippable encounter, unfortunately.
Yeah. Now, in some of the glitch-tastic runs of Chrono Trigger, you will see this fight faded out.
There is a fade out for this fight. Yes.
Yep. But we have glitchless on, so we're not fading out fights.
This game isn't fun glitched, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Don't believe me.
Well,
There's some players do it and some players don't, and I don't do it unless I feel like I absolutely have to, like if I'm stuck. But usually when I'm at home playing by myself, I usually use glitches. I'll just leave them on, and if I choose to, I didn't know you could skip those bats.
Yep.
I just learned something.
There is a 1 pixel window to skip that encounter, by the way.
That was amazing.
Dang, well done.
One
I never knew
pixel
that. I
window.
used to just take that fight and move on. All right, so now Hecarim, 2,000 hit points?
Roughly, yeah.
Unless he's scaled up, I guess.
Yeah.
Could be scaled up, yeah.
2,000 hit points.
I mean, hopefully he's scaled up, because that means you're closer to goal mode.
High physical damage resistance. You can still absolutely own him. Wreck his face with magic damage. 930.
Robo's in a good position for area bomb here. Yeah, perfect.
Very nice. This is something that you start being
it doesn't do damage though.
Wow.
You start being a little more aware of actually how your party is oriented. 1, 2, 3 really has a strong bearing against the positioning for fights, and where Marley is. If Robo and Marley were switched, wouldn't be able to use area bomb, but because Robo is where he is, could use area bomb and it's fine. Yes, indeed. And speaking of yes, indeed, is Hecarim dead?
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed.
Nighty-night.
We get a hyper ether.
Ether is
A hyper ether is a very good drop.
Hecarim's kind of just a big baby.
Yeah. He's a big spiky orb of a child. So we are 38 minutes in. We haven't really branched out to any of the other eras, but we have a pretty good idea of what we're looking for here.
Ooh,
Thomas Pop.
I love that dungeon. We are going to actually go there. I'm going to stock up real quick on, I think, revives, if we can find them.
I believe revives are guaranteed at Lean Square.
Okay, yeah, we'll go do that first.
Yep.
Just to have them in case.
Lumbro, to answer your question, techs are randomized. The order in which we learn our techs is randomized. So where Luca would have normally learned Hypno Wave, she learned Flare.
Yeah, this is the very, very good start.
There's your revives.
No, we don't want to try and convince her to sell the pendant. Stop asking. All right, so we're gonna go make our way to a pretty late in the game dungeon.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how you're gonna handle this.
Very carefully.
All right.
With haste, I can also drop the battle speed if need be, but with haste and ether flares, I should be absolutely fine. Flare is just gonna destroy everything unless we get into an encounter with Megasaurs, then we have an issue.
What's Russ Torano have in this? 5,000?
4,500 or 5,000, something like that.
4,500 sounds right. Is this a jet seed? We actually don't know. Sika Blast. It's yet to shown us such.
We had the ruby knife and the dreamstone. We just don't have access to 65 million.
Now here's the deal: is the only key item that we do have access to right now that we have not seen yet, other than this, is Denadoro Mountains. And
the sunken.
Given the nature of boss scaling, it is highly unlikely that what we need for go mode is in Denadoro.
Hold on. I will make a save here, just to be safe.
However, it could be required that we go to a different era.
This is my hot take here. This is one of the best tracks in the game, by the way. Tyranno Lair has the best music, in my opinion. Don't quote me. Don't quote me. Don't at me.
Hey, Ice! That was me adding you. So it's hard to go wrong with most of the soundtracks in this game, but this is definitely
there are no duds
Yeah.
on the entire soundtrack.
Yeah, there really aren't. There really aren't. And that is one of the things that a very young Muppet had impressed upon him when first playing this game, is just how of style the whole game is. From the sound, the look, the way that even the battles feel. The whole thing is very de style. It's just very lovely. It's a lovely playing experience. And to have a randomizer that allows you to experience it in a more compact manner, this is something that I had been wanting since I knew randomizers were a thing. So it's just it was a real pleasure to see that something actually gave it gave it some good justice towards doing that.
Yeah, and you know, every time I play, even though I've played so many seeds now, it's like every time it's a fresh little brain puzzle to work on for 2 to 3 hours. And
oh, you went right?
I accidentally clicked right.
You went right, Ice.
It was a misinput.
Yeah, you can just run. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Shayla's theme is a banger.
Shala's theme? Oh yeah, absolutely. Everything in 12,000 is a banger. Even the wind blowing is a banger.
Yes.
Actually, yeah, that's an amazing moment because you have no music and so everything feels a little dead and you're like, where the hell am I?
So we have an encounter skip right here. You just run along that little left wall. You can skip a Megasaur encounter.
In fact, you just skipped 2 encounters.
Yeah,
Exactly.
there's two skips there.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's the next one.
There's lots of hidden little goodies around here.
Oh, SpeedGaming 2. It's Raid Deception. Welcome, everybody, from SpeedGaming 2. SpeedGaming 1.
That's not what we wanted. We definitely don't want this encounter. I forgot it's the left side is to avoid. But we can just run away, because why not?
And Digital Justice, just to piggyback on what you said, that 3 hours instead of 13 to 12 hours is awesome. I've really yet to play one of these seeds that has gone longer than 2:30. These seeds are real compact, and if you really get into the feel of each of these fights, the logic of the key item randomization, what you're looking for each character in each fight, you can get it to where the highest time you see is 2:15, depending.
Yeah. I found myself, and with a lot of new runners that I see come in, which there have been a lot of lately.
Yeah.
It's like your first run, it's like 5 hours, and your second run is 4, and then your third run is 3, and then that's it. It only takes a few runs to get right into the groove.
If y'all want to link the Discord in the channel, they do have a bunch of helpful individuals in the Discord that will absolutely help you get set up with the Shrando. So here we have Rust Tyranno. 65 million years will do that to you.
Yeah, he's a little angry.
Little bit rusty.
He just needs some practice, that's all. So here we've got about 4,000 hit points to chew through, and Rust Tyranno's fight, same Rust Tyranno fight that you know of from back when you were a kid. He screams at you for 5 turns, and then he absolutely obliterates you with fire. But we have a red vest, so...
I didn't equip that. I'm confident in my ability to take out 4,500 HP.
Yeah, I'd say you're well on your way right here.
Yeah, we're almost at 3,000 already.
Yeah, I see 2650. This 900 is gonna bring that to 3550, I think, maybe a little bit more. Ooh, 36 even.
And also, just to make a note, I am holding on to all my tabs for right now, just in case for endgame, if I don't have a good healer, Robo will be converted into the healer. Just because we don't want to have to rely on like elixirs and mega elixirs for that fight for the endgame.
Yeah, his heal beam gets pretty good if you feed him magic tabs.
Yeah, and even if you don't, it can get to where you can heal like 300 hit points on everybody, which is that's a pretty solid chunk.
And of course, if you kept this team too, you'll learn Aura Beam eventually with Marl and Robo as a dual tech, and that'll heal you for 500-600 each, easy, right?
Yep.
That's a pretty lame drop of a full tonic there, but
Yeah.
And then suddenly, Rust Tyranno is gone. Never to be seen again, except, 65
I'm
years.
guessing pendant right here.
Wow.
You
Muppets
you would be. All right, look, y'all. Burn the witch. Burn the witch.
All right, that's it, everybody. Thank you. Good night.
Burn the witch. Get him out of here.
Oh,
It's gonna be a
it's gonna
fun.
be so right.
It's gonna be a fun dragon tank fight.
Oh no!
Since Dragon Tank guards the future, which has 3 key item checks and a character in it, he's always scaled up every time.
Yep.
So he's always scary, which he should be, because he's a Dragon Tank.
Did we?
So,
I'm the kind of person that likes to make sure I saved it like at least 5 times. Which hey, I didn't save it, so good thing I just did that. Oh, we
So as
are.
Procket was just talking about, Dragon Tank fight, a little bit scary because of boss scaling. So Pendant locks the future. How do you get to the future using the Pendant? Well, you have to do the trial sequence, and you have to send somebody to prison. Now, usually it's Chrono going to prison, but there's no Chrono in our party, so who goes to prison?
Me. Nope, we're gonna send Robo with his berserker in there, and he's just gonna punch everything to death. Literally.
So this is an interesting moment. This randomizer actually gives you the option. Whoever your party leader is who gets sent to prison. So Ice could have switched out Marley to be the party leader, and they could have sent Marley to prison for stealing her own pendant, which I love.
Yeah,
but,
it's a good. She
we're
has
going
ice.
with Robo.
If she has ice too, it's a good strat anyway.
I mean, she's got Ice 1, but not as good.
So we've got Robo in prison. He's gonna bust out because he's a freaking robot, man. Freaking laser beams. But also
Freaking laser beams.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you. He's just gonna punch everything. We're gonna fight the Dragon Tank, and then the next cutscene will be what it usually is. It's the Chancellor and all of his lackeys chasing you to the time portal that sends you to 2300 AD, and that is how you unlock 2300 AD. And lo and behold, the Epoch actually follows you. So once you land via the portal, you don't have to go back through the portal to get your Epoch. It's gonna follow you. A little quality of life thing that DevChan added here that really improves the feel of the play.
Just want to add that going between those shields as Robo is very difficult.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Doing basically any skip in the game with Robo is difficult, so it's always fun.
Yeah,
to watch.
understanding your character's hitbox is always fun. The hitbox doesn't change, but it sure looks like it does, and it sure feels like it does.
Oh, he turned left. Come on.
Harsh.
All right, so here we're gonna save a character. This character's name is Fritz. They are a shop owner, so if we do find Chrono, we're gonna get 10 mid ethers. We see them under the guillotine, but we're gonna grab this chest first because that's a little bit more important, and then we're gonna save Fritz. You know,
And
treasure is a
the-
little bit more important than this guy's head.
Yeah, for the few people who have done speed runs of the randomizer, the linear randomizer of Chrono Trigger, that is like the most important 10 mid ethers you will ever get.
Yeah,
Yes.
they are very, very important.
Yeah.
We're gonna do one more shield skip, and then we'll be ready for the Dragon Tank. There we go. And then right after this fight, we're gonna unequip the Berserker, because we don't want to have the Berserker on for the Dragon Tank. The Dragon Tank will destroy us.
So the Dragon Tank is in your classic 3 parts. You got the wheel, the body, and the head. The head still heals everything, annoyingly, and occasionally spits fire at you. The body still shoots missiles at you. And there's still the wheel looking to run you all over with some nice heavy-hitting AoE physical damage. And with the boss scaling, this thing is it's a little more than 1,500 hit points for the body that you have to chew through a lot of times, and it will crush you if you're not prepared. So Ice is going to have to really focus up and choose his inputs carefully here.
Oh, we're gonna take out the body and the wheel first, for sure. I'm pretty sure we can damage it through, like with what we have available to us, I'm pretty sure we can damage through its healing, which is what I'm worried about. Thankfully, the head is the only thing that's resistant to magic. I think the body and the wheel are not resistant to magic.
Yeah, the head is resistant to lightning and fire, the two things that you would normally have available to you in the vanilla game, as it would only be fought by Chrono and Luca. Very nice.
So we're gonna cast haste on Luca. Luca's gonna be essential for just getting rid of the body and the wheel. And we're just holding off on using Robo just in case we need to heal. But this should take down the wheel and the body. Okay, so all we have left is that, so we're just gonna kind of just go all out on it.
You have Uzi Punch? Jeez.
Yeah.
So good.
Uzi Punch, one of Robo's best physical attacks.
Confused to Uzi Punch is my favorite way of dealing with the left bit.
Yeah, exactly. It's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping
always,
that we find the Wonder Shot. I love the Wonder Shot.
You love the RNG shot, huh?
I do. I had a seed the other day where it was like Wonder Shot was in 5 minutes of the seed, and we started with Luca, and it was like, all right, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Give her lots of speed and put a berserker on her.
Yep, pretty much, and then just spin that wheel over and over and over again.
Yeah, I think I had one of the hits hit like 3,600 on something. I was laughing, and then I hit like a 14 afterwards. I was like, oh wait, there it goes.
Yep.
So we got 3 drops because we just beat 3 bosses, basically. We got a Star Scythe, an Alloy Blade, and I didn't see the last thing.
Hyper Ether, I think.
Hyper Ether, nice.
That Star Scythe is gonna come in handy for, yeah, it's gonna come in handy for money. And we're escaping, and now we're gonna escape to the future.
And,
There's another quality of life feature that is actually, it's a flag that I do have enabled. So instead of having to go to 12,000 BC to charge the pendant, once you teleport into the future, the pendant automatically charges itself. So now we have access to all the sealed chests and all the sealed doors in the future. So now we can just immediately check these chests, and these chests are actually on the higher tier of the treasure scale.
Yeah, you can check those. You can check all of the sealed chests that you run into that have the Zeal seal on them. Zeal seal. Say that 3 times fast. And
No.
just the no. Ooh, a Taven helmet. Ooh.
direct obstacles. Haven't helped.
We're actually gonna buy that. 10 magic defense for Luca is really, really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
To add on her already high magic defense.
Well, it'll make her be able to survive something like Dreamless with a consequential amount of hit points. Really nice stuff right there. Full ethers, incredibly helpful. The magic tab is it's a magic tab.
It's free though.
It's free.
So we're gonna rest at this inn, but we're still a little hungry.
And to answer a question in chat, Narcotis asks, is this like a randomizer or just a solid ROM hack experience? My answer is yes, because it is a randomizer, and it's an open world randomizer. because your experience is random as to what key items send you where, when, where you find treasures, what you find in treasures, where you find your characters, and shops are randomized too. But also, because of the nature of this base game, a lot of, initial scaling had to be done to multiple locations in order to make an open world randomizer viable. For example, this dungeon, it would be prohibitive to have it be overpowered, or it would be kind of lame to have it be underpowered, so it got scaled to a power that makes sense for where it lies in the chain. And there is an additional flag called it is the boss scaling flag that lets you basically have harder boss fights as you go on through the game.
This is a little scary of an encounter because I don't think I can use flare on this boss, right?
You cannot.
It'll take out the bits, but it won't hurt the center.
Yeah, that's all I want is to take out the bits. The bits are the more dangerous part because if you attack them with the bits up, it counters.
Yeah.
Yep, with Delta attack.
Delta.
Which we don't want. So we're going to cast haste on Robo here because Robo's going to be our main source of damage here. I always forget that the center part is resistant to fire. So like if I start like with something like this, it's just like, oh well, whoops. Now I just kind of ruined myself. So
without the bits,
oh, that is a lot of damage. Holy moly!
Without the bits, the Guardian does an area of effect, shadow attack, a laser attack, and then follows that up with an AOE fire attack, just a ring of fire, and then revives the bits. Here's the fire attack.
This is a little concerning here.
I think you might have hit cash money here, is what I think, guys.
Let's see. Let's get a heal off on people.
So it's looking like
I'm gonna actually get rid of the bits before I do any healing. Because Robo's coming up.
This is this might be a juicy fight, key item wise, just because of the nature of how hard this thing is hitting him.
Yeah. I in my professional opinion, yes.
And Proggy's played a lot of these seeds, so you know. This is one of those fights that usually has 2,000 hit points and GGs, but with boss scaling on, you're looking at almost double, with some pretty nasty physicals and some pretty nasty magic attacks coming at you. So could it be the gate key? Ooh, baby.
We should be able to... Yeah, we should be fine as long as I get these healings off.
Ice tanks it.
I need to get Robo some MP.
Tanks it again.
Luca is doing really well with her tab and vest and tab and helm.
Oh yeah. And it's amazing that such a powerful magician like Luca is relegated to healer right now just because of the fire resistance of Guardian. Oh, Sicko Blast never, ever apologize for asking questions. That's what we're here for. It's an exhibition.
We're gonna wait for Luca's turn. Cast flare. And we're gonna robo tackle, and then we're gonna hit. We wanna time these attacks to where the bits are down, so we don't accidentally attack and then get counterattacked, because that would just completely wipe our party.
Kerbang. 386. Yeah. Nice.
And we got it.
Crit.
Nice.
So what normally happens in vanilla is You go see a dead body with a note on it, and it's got a seed attached to it.
Yeah, look at that XP we just got from it. This thing is hiding something.
Yeah.
Doan is
Then
about to
you
give
come
us a
back.
really good item.
You talk to Doan, and Doan gives you the bike key. Except for here, Doan is going to give us a key item, and I'm having a tough time.
Bike key, gate key, sounds similar.
And it sounds similar. I'm having a tough time believing it's not going to be a key of some kind.
Yeah, with how hard that boss was hitting and how much XP and gold we just got, I'm kind of leaning towards that being what it is. We don't have to worry about any more encounters. We are good here, unless, you know, I'm terrible and I walk very funny. But we should be fine. So we're just gonna wait here.
Nothing funny about the way Robo walks.
Robo doesn't walk, Proppy.
It looks like he's always in a parade.
I mean, have you heard his theme song? You might remember his.
I will never give up listening to that theme song.
Robo will never let you down, okay?
He will never give you up.
A safe helmet is very nice to find.
Gold is also an elite item that you have no use for.
Yep. That is, you mean money that we do have use for.
Money.
Not sure if you can sell the Gloom Helm.
Can you not? I thought you could.
The upper, in the latest version, it was changed so that the most elite items cannot be sold.
Oh,
Interesting.
well.
It's a way to control gold.
Can I apply for a redo?
Now, Gloomhelm is wonderful. Protects against all status ailments. Also has +1 to speed. Only Megas can use it.
And we're never gonna get Megas probably, because hey, I don't like using Megas if I'm heading towards endgame. I don't like using Megas. Megas is very, very strong early game, but very, very weak late game in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. So here we are in the Doan zone. What does he give us? Probably the gate key.
Oh.
Now the seed
You
is
get
split.
nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
I just got Willy Wonka'd.
However, now you have 2 key items from each path, and only need a third to complete either one.
That's right.
If you've hung out in my stream, you know absolutely that I refuse to take the Black Omen.
No
just because
Black Omen for you.
the Black Omen takes 73 years to complete, and I just don't have that kind of time.
Nor do we. Having said
I was
that,
wondering what you were doing here. You're just picking up that random tab.
just for
Oh,
the
of
record,
course.
it is longer, but it's not actually 73 years long.
It's
No,
like 72. Sorry.
Just for the record.
One of my fastest times was a Black Omen seed.
If you get those items early and your team is very magical,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if
I've
your
learned
team is
that-
very magical, yes, because the Giga Mutant and the Terra Mutant are pretty easy if you have a lot of magic.
It was Magus, Marley, and Frog.
Oh, so you had 2 teammates, got it.
The Glacier Gang.
So there's actually an encounter skip here if you walk the right path.
Yep, you basically just hug down there and you don't have to fight.
Oh no, we're leaving them.
just do not win.
So, here. Oh, I hope you missed this.
Oh, we got it on the way back.
That's what you get for shirking on Frog there.
On who? I don't even know which character that was. I didn't see him.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
There was no character there.
Rocky Tuna Frog. Beautiful.
Every single time Procky jumps in chat, all I see is the no frog emote, and I'm like, yes, that is the emote I live for. So we have to make a decision here. We don't have to do the factory, but doing the factory would lead us to the end of time.
Yep.
Or we can go do Son of Sun with no fire resistance, which I'm not doing that. And we can go
Some
to
fire resistance.
the
You
Genodome.
have a red vest.
I have one.
And you have a Tabin vest.
That's not going to work. Or we can go to the Genodome, which the Genodome would get us quite a bit of levels. Which actually, you know what? I might do that just to... I don't know.
Well, with a safe helm, you definitely have a lot more options opened up for Luca to survive through and get her some levels. So
I think we do. I think I might go back to Denadaro.
Okay.
I think that's the better play, just because we were basically at the end of it, and we have much better gear, and I have revives this time.
Tepidino, to answer your question, why the frog skip? Matter of taste. Characters that people like versus characters that people don't like, and some people are wrong, and that's fine. It's totally fine to be wrong, Ice Rocky, pointing at both of you. It's totally fine to be wrong.
I'll say this. Frog is a really solid support character, and if you want to not die ever, you should use Frog because he has strong healing.
Yeah.
And
If it makes y'all
once you
feel
want to
better,
start playing on the edge, if you start to play on the edge and you're trying to get the fastest time possible, and you don't care if you die or whatever it is, you end up not using Frog as much just because he doesn't have the strongest attacks. That's all.
If it'll make y'all feel better,
I don't have
will
anything
go and
personal
pick up Frog.
against him.
I will go get Frog, but then I'm gonna leave him on the bench.
Yeah, Frog typically rides the bench late game.
Sometimes you need him to do a seed at all. So,
Yeah.
Sure.
So,
His only use really is just cutting open the mountain that leads to Magus's castle.
I remember when Magus's castle seeds were a thing. Those were good times.
I've actually had quite a few of them recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love them so much.
I had
Magus's
one where Mount
castle
Woe had the gate key. It was it was a good time. So we do a little manipulation there to kind of skip the encounter. After the bird throws 2 rocks, it goes very far up, and then that's when you climb up the little rock there, and you're good to go. All right, so all we have is we have no accessories. This is a good start. We have no accessories.
Yeah, it's personal preference, and a lot of times what you're gonna find, Tepidino, is that when people run these seeds, the more experienced runners tend to just go with the first 3. Like, first 3 you get are like, yep, these are the 3 that I'm rolling with. And,
I'm gonna go back and pick up Frog and see if Frog has water too. If Frog has water too, I know where my next play is here.
Okay.
Yep,
water 2 would make
I know what
sunken.
you're saying. I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Water 2
Called
would lead to sunken.
Arguably, you could do sunken after end of time, too. As long as Ice 2 gets unlocked by Marley.
Yeah, but I have Genodome and Son of Sun open right now, so it's like kind of telling me to go there. Unless I feel like dealing with constantly having to revive somebody or whatever. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out.
So, last we saw this guy, Captain Never Leg Day, Ice got wrecked by him.
Captain Never Leg Day. I like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at those little chicken legs, man.
We have a lot more damage now.
Psychoblast, Sunken Desert is, of course, a side quest at the end game of Vanilla where you... Now, what is the key item? Or, sorry, what's the item you get from that?
So what you get
is the ability to make Robo do the desert
Well, you
stuff.
get the Green Dream from Robo at the end of it.
Green Dream.
Yeah.
Oh. But anyway, it gives you... Oh, no, it's the Amber, right? in Fiona's Shrine.
Mm-hmm.
He gives you the compressed Amber.
Yep.
stone.
That is the green.
Oh,
tree.
right, that is the green.
Yeah, that is the green dream.
So, but that's the point at which you receive the key item in the randomizer.
Okay, so we came back after Masamune kind of mopped the floor with us, and then I proceeded to drag his face through about 16 miles of gravel.
Yep.
Pretty
much by the feet because never did one squat. Not one squat in his life.
All right, so we're gonna go collect our key item here.
Hero medal.
God, please no. Fetch quests are never fun. I'll take a Robo Ribbon. Robo Ribbon is amazing. Robo Ribbon would make Robo just... Robo Ribbon would just make Robo amazing. Oh no!
Oh. So we have go mode. So, good luck to you.
Here's the thing.
I don't have end of time access, so we're not going there.
Oh, no, Ice, you do.
I do, but I'm not doing factory. You expect me to do factory.
Factory is easy. You can do factory.
Who wants to do factory? No, we're gonna go grab the worst character in the game and we're gonna check what he has.
So, what Ice is obstinately refusing to do is he is
Here, hold on, here, have some Rick Astley.
There you go. He is refusing to utilize the Chrono Trigger and the clone to go up Death Peak, to raise the Black Omen, to go through the Black Omen, to go fight Zeal, to fight Zeal 2, and win. Because the Zeal 2 flag is on.
Okay.
And you do have a magical party. They are a magical, fantastical crew.
I don't know about all that.
Does he have water too?
He does not.
Aw, sad face.
It's very sad, but guess what? We're still going to the Sunken Desert.
Good call. No, I think that's a good call.
It's all right. So Sunken Desert.
You have Ice
Sunken
1, right?
Desert is, yes, I do. Sunken Desert is always a good call very early because the enemies in there, if you have access to Ice 2, Ice, or Water 2, or even Water, the enemies there, they give a tremendous amount of EXP and tech points very, very early. Like, some of these encounters can give upwards to 15 tech points and like 1,000 XP.
Yeah, all jibing aside, this is definitely a grinding point anyway. And the experience that you get for this is very consequential. So this is actually a good move, especially because you could go to Geno Dome to grind out robot fights, but the durability of this crew is not quite as high as it should be to do such a thing.
Yeah,
and you can one-shot fights down here.
Geno Dome's a place that you will suffer if you lack speed. The lasers, the turrets and stuff in there, they hit fast and hard.
Yeah,
Yep.
and if one of the laser turrets actually hits its other laser turrets, the other laser turret will explode, and that causes like upwards to 200, 300 damage of AoE.
And I think you need at least 13 speed on one character in order to beat them.
Yep.
So,
Which
really
this
hard to
party
achieve
does not have.
with this party.
This party does not have that.
Yeah, good luck, GG. But down here, you can get the drop on everybody, and we have flare, so we don't care about ice damage.
We only care about that on the Retinite fight.
Yeah. And Retinite is whatever. Retinite is the just like what you remember in vanilla. Springs up, top, middle, bottom thing. You don't want to kill the middle first. It will absolutely destroy you.
Yeah.
But you use an ice or water attack on either the top or the bottom, and it says water hardens sand, defense down, and then you just go ham.
It's got a white vest.
And again, you want to copy your Zombor Fight a little and kill the top first, bottom last.
You know, it's interesting that you bring that up, Procky, because I remember somebody kind of going into depth about what was more dangerous, the top or the bottom. And actually,
I think the bottom of Retinite is more dangerous because of the fact that it will grab you, pull you in, and eat you for like 200 damage, and it absorbs. And it does the earthquake attack, whereas I think the head doesn't do much.
Head does a lot of sand breath darkness,
Which
but
misses
also,
half the time.
Which misses half the time, but also it can do an AoE shadow attack. It's a minor one, but it can do an AoE shadow attack. So it's to me it's sixes. It's
Right.
dependent on how fast your crew is and what your preference is in the fight.
Right.
I believe it's equally as fast
Gotcha.
to go bottom to top or top to bottom.
It's one of those things. It's like I've had more success because of luck in one way, but other people have had more success due to luck the other way. So.
And BC Koenig, White Vest is lightning absorb. Your water absorb, which would be ice absorb, would be your blue vest. Red vest, fire absorb, and black vest is shadow absorb.
Essentially, we're looking for a vest of 3, just to kind of combat the golem if we do the Undersea Palace route.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what I'm aiming for, because I love that route.
Well, why you have go mode, Ice?
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never heard of that.
This is why there's no tracker.
Tracker? What are we tracking? Look, there any kind of tracker that I would ever use, there's no such thing as the clone, and there's no such thing as the chrono trigger. Just none of those items exist.
And now, more than anything, I would like the gate key to be on Mount Woe.
God.
So just like that, you wish for that.
Why did I ask you to be one of my comms? Jeez.
No, I don't actually wish that. I don't wish for anything to be consequential on Mount Woe. And for everyone listening to this, the reason being is that it is a convoluted way to get a piece of go mode, because you have to fight through one of the mid-end game dungeons that would normally get to Lavos in order to get to 12,000 BC, but then you would have to detour all the way through to Mount Woe via the Earthbound Cave in order to get what you wanted to go all the way back for go mode. It's just a dreadful time. An outlier to be sure, but a dreadful time.
Yeah, the odd seed requires it, and it just takes extra time, and everybody hates it.
The only 3-hour seed I had for, I think it was 6 months straight, was a single Mount Woe seed. And I remember at 2:45 finally getting it, going, really? Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it could have like Pendant or Prism Shard. One of those two will effectively lock up the end game key item progression.
I think one of the first seeds I ever played had Mount Woe as like required,
Yikes.
which was just
asks, are the initial characters stronger because of the grind from the beginning? Yeah, so they're gaining experience, and other characters gain experience in the same way that they do in the vanilla, which is they get 75% of accumulated experience. So whenever, at the end of any fight, your 3 active characters get all of the experience, each of them. And then whatever experience was earned, your non-active characters get 75% of that experience, but they don't get any of the tech points.
All right, so we're gonna take out everything else now. We've taken out the dangerous part of this boss.
And now it's a race. Once you beat the top, it's a race, because the middle, the eyeball, it's got a finite amount of hit points, but if you kill it, it's worth a bunch of experience. Nice. 4,000. Good stuff.
Red mail drop. Oh, baby.
A red mail drop is fantastic there.
Yeah, that puts us at 2.
I mean, effectively 3, because you've got 70% resistance with Luca with a Tabin vest on.
True.
Her innate fire resistance, too. So, realistically speaking, you've got your golem fight assuming you go all in on this Ocean Palace route.
What do you mean? That's the only route to Lavos.
Apparently.
In this seed, that's true.
I think if Cecil is in chat, I'm pretty sure they're just face palming me right now. Like, why are you not going to the Black Open?
Well, I mean, it's an exhibition.
The people want to see. It says right there on your timer, defeat Lavos.
Yeah, it's telling you.
If you went Zeal 2 on the seed, you would.
I'm effectively not even beating my own goal. Like, see,
Yeah,
thank you, Procky, thank you.
So Tapadino, male is full absorb.
Oh my gosh, freaking hero metal.
A suit is half absorb. So if say you had a white vest on and something was going to do 100 damage to you with lightning element, you would instead absorb 50 hit points. With white male, you would absorb the full 100.
Well, at least we get a character check here. While we go dig out this key item from the fetch quest. Oh, Magus, the character we're never gonna get.
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
Alright, what do we get? Do we get disappointment? Oh!
Yay!
We are actually in go mode!
And just like that, obstinance pays off. You have go mode ×2.
×1. Alright, so before we forget, we're gonna go purchase the Dreamstone.
Quick, someone put Zeal 2. I'm just waiting for the dot done in chat, bro.
It's coming. Oh, it's coming. Let's see if we can stock up on mid-tonics here. No, we can't. Alright, you're useless to me, guy. Let's see what...
So
we never did check Melchior here.
We have our go mode, which means that we've got our path to Lavos set. That's gate key. Gate key opens up not just the end of time, but it also ends up 65 million BC. 65 million BC gives us
Did you check Fritz? Ice?
I did not actually. That's a good point.
You need Fritz.
Another thing I am gonna check. I am gonna check the character on Dactyl, just to see who's there. Silver Stud. Ooh, hold on.
And Lapis.
Let's see. We're not gonna sell that.
Dactyl will have Chrono now. We know that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah. Then I'm definitely going to get that.
Yeah, you got a sword for him.
Yeah, I have an ally blade, which is amazing. I didn't even know we had a Sonic arrow. Oh jeez.
Fun fact: you can equip from this screen.
So that Silver Stud actually reduces the cost of every MP ability it's equipped to by 50%. So Flare is now effectively going to cost 10. So more Flare equals more fun.
So here we've got the portal in the closet. This is locked by the gate key.
That's Narnia.
Narnia is locked by the gate key. It sets us to 65 million BC.
Sends us to our death because we just fall off of a cliff right afterwards.
Robo's fine. He's made a metal. But we're going to go back into this right now. Jump on in. And when we go back, it's actually going to take us to a different location than the one that we came from before.
The reason that we're doing this is we're coming here to gain magic from Specchio. Specchio is going to give us magic. As long as we do, 3 laps around the room.
Yeah, that was not taken out. I remember advocating to take it out because quality of life. And Raster Cecil was like, no, that's Chrono Trigger. You do 3 laps. So,
You must do the war dance.
Yeah, you must do the war dance. And
I mean,
here it
all
is.
right, so in Cecil's defense, why would you not want to listen to Specchio's theme?
And you know what? No, I dropped it immediately. I was like, you know what? Yeah, you do your laps. That's fair.
Like, I would be kind of upset if I didn't get to hear Specchio's theme.
I mean, you could stand around for 15 seconds and listen to it.
We could. But then, you know, we wouldn't be, we might fall under the estimate here.
Specchio fight when? Oh, man. Talk about a thing I don't want to do in this randomizer.
Specchio fight when? All right, so if you go to YouTube and you look up SGDQ 2019, you can see Puexel. Puexel will do the Specchio fight for you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It was a very hype $3 million goal. Yeah, I actually have a video of that on my phone, which is really sweet.
Ruby gun, blah.
I mean, hey, it's better than what I have.
Technically better.
Yeah, but I mean, Luca has just become a flare machine, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter.
It would have been faster to just kind of take the Epoch and fly out and just fly to 65 million, but we were already there. May as well.
I don't think you can. The Epoch's waiting for you here, so if you're in the end of time and you learn magic, you have to go and walk out.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Always thought of it. I mean, I've always gone this way.
Required. So we're gonna check a shop right here, the Ioka Hut.
Ooh.
You've already got red vests, but he's thinking white vests. White vests are pretty nice.
They come in handy.
Can be very nice if you decide to go the lightning route for the xIceblue 2 fight. That will be coming up.
Unless Chrono's Lightning 2 shows up under the slash, then we have an issue. But I was also informed recently that slash is also considered lightning element, so we can use slash on xIceblue 2, which I thought was kind of funny.
Yeah, it slashes lightning, and it's useful in the odd occasion in factory against the acid and alkaline fight.
That's right.
You can use slash to wipe them out pretty quick. I believe that's used in vanilla.
It's actually part of the vanilla speedrun to use slash in those.
Imagine going to the factory in Rando.
And it's all you have, yeah.
Yep, it's literally all you have.
Oh, look, a red vest.
Well, so you got your options there. You got 3 lightning absorb and 3 fire absorb.
Yep.
So we know that this is going to be Chrono. My question to you,
The reason we're taking these in characters here, we can't avoid these encounters. They're unavoidable, unfortunately.
Now, I'm going to beg to differ.
They are avoidable. It's just really, really, really difficult.
There's a 1 pixel skip, 1 pixel path you can take to skip the fights, but yeah.
Both of them? Oh.
You can skip
I've done
that
a lot of playing in the practice hack, and I could not find a way to skip them.
You could skip that one, and you can skip this one coming up. But
this one here, the square right in front of this thing.
There's a path
on the other side of that. Yeah.
Interesting. I was not aware of that.
So if character locking is on, for example, if character locking is on as a flag, you need the Dreamstone to collect the character here. But if you use that encounter skip and you take that 1 pixel path, you actually can collect the character anyways, regardless of the flag.
The more you know, look at
Drake
that.
asks,
Dropping the knowledge.
Would factory be disincentivized the most random flags? No, not really. And frankly, the reason why is because with the luck that xIceblue had, if I was playing, I would probably just have sallied forth and hit the end of time via the factory, and then gone and done Death Peak and Black Omen. That was sort of kind of how it was laid out with the clone and the chrono trigger there, because factory is the other way to get to the end of time and obtain magic, which is a very important thing. You got to unlock those techs if you want a nice semi-comfortable Lavos fight. But if you have the gate key, then there's no reason to do factory.
Oh, we need to go pick up some more shelters. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that first.
Oh yeah, gotta stock up.
Those shelters are very important right now. We're gonna be using a lot of those, or like up to like 3 of them at least. And I also do need to go back to the end of time just to get Chrono his magic. Because we do have to visit Specchio each time we get a new character and we want to get them magic.
Yeah, luckily you don't have to walk around the room again.
Yeah, no war dance.
We don't need those anymore. Okay. And I believe this had the glow helmet. Yeah. Which I want to pick up for Chrono, because Chrono is rocking a hide helmet, which is pretty bad. Let's see.
Yeah, it would literally be better to have nothing at all.
Oh,
Nice.
All right, well, at least we have Slash. Wrong direction, buddy. Yeah, see, Lightning 2 being in that in the Slash spot. Actually, for some strange reason, I think it's a bug, or it's like something like that's hard coded in the game. So Lightning 2 in the Slash spot of Chrono's tech list actually removes the lightning element aspect to it, so it actually does not work on Nizbel and Nizbel 2.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah, I found that out the hard way a few days ago when I was fighting Nizbel 2 and I was using Lightning 2, and it was just like, attacks increase Nizbel's defense. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah,
All
it just seems like it adds two things that are lightning positive together, and it just goes lightning negative. I don't know.
I did not mean to hit disembark. Well, I guess we're coming to visit this again.
Oh, the joys of this very
It's a
hard
it's a
dungeon.
classic menu blunder.
It's
So is
like,
Chrono the best character in the game? Yeah.
yeah, Chrono is
Yeah.
like, it doesn't matter what weapon he has. The moment you unlock Confuse, you're in go mode.
This is a point of or was a point of great debate because I obstinately put my foot down and said Chrono is the best character in the game, and they were like, well, you know, it depends on the situation and his weapon, and I go, no, Chrono's the best character in the game.
All right, so these are the only three
It's
required
Luca,
fights.
though, but anyway.
These are the only 3 required fights in this entire section, other than Nizbel. But we don't count the Nizbel as like an actual like encounter. But these 3 Reptite fights are the only required encounters that we're going to take here, unless I fail one of the skips, which chances are it has a pretty high fail rate.
I mean, there's only a couple of them that have some pretty razor thin movement that you need to do. The rest of it is just knowledge.
Yeah.
This is actually a fairly easy dungeon to learn, and if you ever run any percent, if you ever run like no LSS, if you run Eternal Nightmare, you're gonna get your reps on this particular.
Yeah, there's a reason that I switched to Luca. Luca's hitbox when she runs is a lot better than Robo's. And we don't want to fail any of these encounters, because these encounters do take up a ton of time.
Yep, just a nice little diagonal walk right there, and you dodge every encounter right there.
Funny enough, there's only 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so coming up is one of the encounters that you can fail pretty easily. And I just walked. I was like 1 pixel too high.
Yep.
Unfortunate. One
Yep, so
pixel too
you can
high.
See, there's a little row of green bricks right in the center of this pattern that you see on the castle. If you basically trace that exactly, you don't get into this encounter.
All right, so in the event that we do trigger this, so like what I like to do is I like to line myself up like with the left side of this door, and we didn't get it. If you run up, and for some reason I don't know why, if you have to like mash the A button, but like you run up from there, you mash the A button, and you'll sometimes make it through the door.
Huh.
Yeah, you can skip this fight.
Yeah, But in the actually in the 80% route, you'd never want to skip that fight. That fight is very essential.
Experience. Yeah.
Yeah. That is a grind fight. In 80%.
All right, so here we have Nisbel 2. This is going to be pretty much Chrono spamming slash for about 4 turns before we actually fight. I should have equipped the white vest, but we should be fine.
So the reason why he's doing this is because when xIceblue 2 releases the energy that he has stored from the lightning, it drops his defense to pretty much 0. And then you go ham on him.
Yeah, and even though like I think the text will say that his defense is rising, it's actually not. So we're gonna take Robo. We're gonna use a Lapis here just to make sure we're healed up, and then now we're just gonna go crazy.
This is my favorite part.
Boom! Explosions. So it says his defense went up when attacked, but it actually didn't. So you can see 410. Right. He's had 3 defenses up, and he's still taking the same damage.
And I think with Nisbel too, like magic attacks will always do the same, but it's physical. You want to still be landing, so that's why Ice did the slash to start it off.
So he's got like one more flare in him. That's probably
I think it's like 6,000 or 6,500 here. Oh no, he's gone.
Yep.
You see, Nisbel, this is what's gonna happen to Azala. Exactly what's gonna happen to Azala.
Ooh, Dark Helm is nice. That's a good find.
Yeah, it is. We don't need that save point. We can do the upper one. This is one of my favorite encounters, like encounter skips in the game. Coming up here, we have a really nice encounter skip. That
another
has,
1 pixel path.
Actually, I found a good lineup for it. The game actually lines it up.
I believe
for
it
you.
is 1 pixel though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
The game will actually line it up for you, which is really, really funny.
I'll watch. Yes, because I usually count my pixels to do it.
Nope, you don't even have to do that. All right, so if you walk down and let the game push you down straight here, just run straight up, free, every time.
No way. That's amazing.
Let the game push you down on that left wall, just run straight up. You skip the 2 encounters there. It's free.
And fun fact, there's another space that you can run through on the opposite side of the trigger tile that
but the game doesn't line you up for that one. So like when I found that one out, I was like, oh, all right, hold on.
That's so free.
All right, so we're gonna equip Red Vest and Red Mail here, just to be on the safe side in the event that we do not take out the Tyranno before the 5 countdown. That way we just basically absorb the attack. No, it's changed, ain't it?
Oh yeah, that's right. So in an effort to make bosses a little less free, because it would be just easy to assume, oh, countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, everybody gets hit with fire. The element of Black Tyranno's breath weapon,
I think isn't it
as
random?
well as the element of the major AoE that Magus does, those have been randomized. And it looks like we've got a Thunder Lizard.
Trying to see if I need to...
There's another thing that's been randomized with bosses, but we'll mention that a little later.
We're gonna try and get to the point where I want to keep Lucas' turn up to just be able to cast Flare immediately upon Azala dying.
Well, there's your Azala break.
The moment we get the word... Alright, defense is
Word
removed.
is go. Ooh, you have double V-bomb.
I do. Chrono doesn't have much available to him right now.
Yeah, all of Chrono's best stuff comes down to confuse and spin cut. And yeah, I mean, I guess Luminaire is good too, sometimes, but...
Depends on the scenario.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, when you're fighting the Lavos hands, Luminaire's good to have.
Yeah. I use it precisely twice. So I believe that this boss has been jacked a little bit. What are we looking at? 12k hit points or something like that?
I don't think it's that. Is it that much?
I've been 10 to 12.
Yeah, that's right. There is a random range that you're dealing with. Again, in an effort to make this a little less free, a little more risky.
We might have a problem then.
Yeah.
Well, if we wipe, we did save, and I can put on Wipe Vest on everybody, and it'll make it free.
Yep. I will be interested to see how much damage it does.
Oh, it uses Luminaire. Nice.
Yep. Yep.
We might wipe here, which is okay. Yeah, we wiped.
Oh!
Luminaire too strong.
But you can just equip White Vest to make the fight free.
Yep. So yeah, unfortunate. But it is what it is. But we get to watch the sweet encounter skip again.
Yeah, I want to see that again. Cool.
Free.
That was quick too. It's pretty damn quick.
Yeah. So that left wall just literally puts you on the precise pixel to skip it. It's really awesome. I did a lot of messing around with like looking at the encounter squares and where they are. And I was looking for ways that I could easily like skip these encounters. And that's when I ran across that. And I was like, wait. I was like, the game just pushed me onto the precise pixel. I was like, oh, this is going to be fantastic.
Yep, after, 26 years? Still figuring out little things.
Yep.
Well, that's the beauty of these randomizers, too, is that it puts you into scenarios they wouldn't normally put into in the vanilla game, and you learn weird little functions you never would have known before.
Yep. Alright, so this time we won't lose, just because Luminaire just won't do any damage to us. We'll just absorb the whole attack.
Now I want to see him get hit with it.
I'm pretty sure we will, to be honest. It didn't seem like we had enough damage output for it.
Yeah, you're definitely losing this DPS race, but it super doesn't matter.
You just get to watch this really, really long, you know, fight for no reason again. It's fine. we get to watch Flare go off more. And that's just the best part of the game.
Flare has a really satisfying animation, yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why like I love the aspect of this randomizer, because it puts you at a point where like that's why I run this game on wait. Because it's like you never know what kind of scenario the game's going to put you in, and you need to kind of like sit back and think, oh wait, what am I going to do for this boss fight? And each time you play the game, it's always something different, which is really cool.
Yeah, it was a nice touch with the Magus fight, for example, to randomize the sprite who you face.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
fighting evil Marley.
Yeah.
I had Marley once. I fought Frog, which was hilarious. And it was like it was like Frogus or something like that because it was like Megas.
Oh yeah, Frogus.
Robo's fun too. It's fun the way that the animations work because you have to like feed these character animations through a script that's not meant for them, and then it looks really funny when it comes out the other end sometimes.
All right, thanks for the life insurance. Now Black Tyranno's gonna start doing some random attacks. No more roaring.
Space Drake, you are correct. Black Tyranno fight does unlock 12,000 BC.
Nice, Robo just punched him in the jaw and he's dead. And he dropped a white nail. He's literally preparing me for Golem. Alright, so now we get to watch Lavos destroy the 65 million real quick. Or at least the Tyranno lair.
Dustin Lance Metzger, it's not DLC for Chrono Trigger, it's a randomizer.
It's essentially DLC, it just makes you play the game over.
You download it, and it modifies a ROM.
An already existing title.
Kind of.
Y'all want to plug the Discord in, just in case, because I know chat's probably been scrolling.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, if y'all are interested, the community is fantastic. They welcome you with open arms. They can get you started. They can
Unless
teach
your
you.
name is Frog.
You can. I lost my train of thought. Thanks.
No, but Ice is right. It's a great community. Everyone loves tossing around ideas. The development is also very community based too. If you're interested in making the game better, if you have ideas, people are more than willing to listen to those ideas. They might have already been mulled over or done, but always interested in seeing things presented in a new light, seeing fresh eyes on it, challenging the way that things are being done to help improve it. And
just to cut you off really quick, I don't know what emotes that SpeedGaming has, but if you have Cat Jam in there, spam it. Spam Cat Jam, spam Sour Please. Let's go. One of the best tracks in the game. Zeal Village.
Yeah, this is my favorite song in the entire game.
It's peaceful, it's relaxing. Oh, we didn't get the movement glitch. Unlucky. I love getting the movement glitch because it's like the sprite just completely stops like moving, but you're still actually moving.
Moonwalk.
I'm coming in here to fight this encounter because I want the speed tab from it.
Well, you also get a pretty good amount of tech points for it too.
Yeah, and Chrono needs it. I mean, even though I don't think Chrono absolutely needs it, because we're gonna farm a little on the Undersea Palace floor. But these things cannot kill you. They can reduce your HP to 1.
Oh yes, they can.
They've never done it when I played it.
It takes a whole little bit, but they absolutely can.
Well,
you can one-shot them, which is why they never will. But sometimes, wow, well, have Luminaire, Ice.
Yeah.
It is a
and a speed. I don't go here, but I didn't know there was a speed tab.
There's a
available.
magic there's a magic and a speed tab there. That's why I always go there.
So it is a 50-50 shot whether or not they do all but 1 damage to you, or they do 1 damage to you.
Oh.
That is what that bump is, and they can absolutely kill you. If one of them bumps you for all but 1 damage, and then one bumps you for 1 damage. Yep.
Alright, so we have 2 more shops left in Kajar. The same shopkeeper, by the way. 2 different sides of the table. He sells 2 different sides of stuff.
Honk.
But we're kind of broke, so hopefully we don't see much of anything in here. Because like we don't have much to sell here. But yeah, that side was kind of stinky. The speed belt might be good because Chrono has like no. Ooh, we have an amulet. Oh, we have the Vigil helmets. Oh,
Prism helmets.
Oh, wait, no, never mind. We have prisms.
God.
We have prism specs. Hold on, we might have to go farm some money.
This is the god shop.
This is a shop. Oh my goodness, Vigil helmets, prism
I haven't
specs.
seen a shop like that in my entire life.
That is an incredible shop. Prism helms and prism specs.
All right, we're gonna get rid of all of these.
You don't need anything else.
So we won't need that helmet anymore. Just kind of throw everything in the trash. Let's see, flash mail gone. No, we're gonna keep the white mail because it's gonna replace one of the white vests.
Huh.
Oh, we can't afford anything.
Nope.
All right, looks like we're gonna have to come back here after the grind. Because we at least want one prism spec. At least one, but we do want those Vigil helmets. Those are very important. They're going to be very important for the Lavos fight, because Lavos' obstacle will put a random status ailment on your entire party. And without any protection, you could get stopped, you could get slowed, you can get confused, and that's the worst.
Yeah. Stop and confuse are objectively the worst.
Yeah. Very
Although
agree.
The rest of the status ailments are not without their teeth, too. Slow and poison both actually reduce your outgoing damage by 1/3, which can get really obnoxious. Slow, of course, slowing down your ATB by 50%, and poison doing a middling amount of damage to you every so often.
All right, so this fight is pretty simple. We're just gonna inflict some lightning damage here. We're gonna wait for Chrono's turn to come back up. We have all this electricity, like absorption, so it does nothing to us. We're gonna attack with our other two characters, deal some damage, and then we're gonna finish off the wave of attacks with Chrono to put it back on the lightning. So the golem will repeat any element that's done to it as the last attack. So as long as you end the attack with something that you absorb, this golem will never defeat you, ever.
Duke Firebird, in this randomizer, the Zeal Kingdom does not get destroyed. At the end of Ocean Palace, you actually just fight Lavos, and that is the Lavos fight.
Actually, I can correct you. If by any chance you do fail the Lavos shell fight at the end of Ocean Palace, Zeal Kingdom does get destroyed.
Yeah, assuming you don't reset, that's correct.
Assuming you don't reset yet. And the new shop that was up in Zeal Kingdom is now down on the ground.
But if you effectively fail the Lavos shell fight and you let the Lavos destroy Zeal, you can actually take the bucket, or you can crash the Epoch into Lavos and then fight Lavos then.
Yeah, crashing the Epoch being the better way to do it.
Yeah, it skips the Lavos shell fight.
Shoutouts to the big Solarius, whom always did that for many runs.
And we just learned Confused, so now Chrono is pretty much complete.
Yeah, Chrono's loaded for bear right there. Give that man a Star Sword.
All I have is an alloy blade. It's the best I've got.
Well, you got plenty of treasures coming up.
I did find out recently that at the very end of Ocean Palace, you can skip those encounters with the two elementals, which I never knew.
The Flyclops, yeah.
I never knew that. Cecil was the one that actually told me and sent me a video of it. I was like, excuse me? You could just walk behind this?
It's pretty difficult, but yeah, you can do it.
One of those things, you make a save state, and then one day you practice it for an hour, and then you never forget.
I am going to take a few extra encounters here because I do want to check these chests, because I'm a little under-geared as far as weaponry goes. For Chrono, especially. Like, we really don't care about the weapons on Luca and Robo. Robo's going to become a healing bot.
I mean, unless you find Crisis Arm or Wonder Shot.
Yeah.
We'll see. But this is a great place to look for items like that.
So we get rewarded with a disgusting full ether.
Another Gloom Helm.
So far, the chests down here are pretty bad.
There's one secret hidden chest that tends to have really good gear in it.
Yep, it's in this room too. Prism dress is really good.
There's something.
That's a really pretty dress.
So, all right, now Luca is effectively tankier now because now she is wearing the safe helmet plus a prism dress. So she now effectively has barrier and shield on her 24/7.
Yeah, she's very tanky now.
Coming from the squishiest character in the entire game.
Yes, which is fun. You can pump Luca up in so many ways, and her techs are the best, so... by the way, best character? Oh, Prism Helm. Oh.
What?
This is why you go for the chest.
I think we broke Muppets real quick.
The best I see in this place is an alloy blade.
Rainbow could be in the cards at this point. We'll see.
Yeah.
But, you know,
We have a chance.
I would take Swallow even over Alloy.
Oh, a rainbow helmet too.
We got a rainbow something, so
Wow.
we're close.
All right, so here's your hidden chest, by the way.
Yep.
And it's only a hyper ether.
Yeah.
Throw the ROM into the garbage. The super chest was pretty garbage.
Oh, poor Ice. Poor Ice. Why don't you put on your prism helmet and think about it?
I am gonna come back up for this chest. And we get a barrier. Sick!
That's a pretty nice find, actually.
I already had like 20 of those. Alright, so here is where I'm actually going to pump these speed tabs into Luca. And we're actually gonna put this Taven vest back on her. Reason being...
to satisfy Procky, first of all.
A, we're gonna take this encounter quite a few times here. We're gonna hope that we don't
Luca,
get locked
when
here.
you get lots of speed on Luca, should become so powerful purely because of this. Flare is the most powerful AoE in the randomizer, and it is part of, you know, the ROM hacking aspect of it that her stats have been buffed.
Yeah. And never mind that it takes 1 billion years to cast every time.
But that's the fun, though. You get to watch it destroy everything 1 billion times.
No, this is the fight that I will always do over and over again.
You get a good amount of
whenever I'm
gold.
running this.
Yeah, you get a good amount of gold. You have a chance at dropping, I think it's ethers, mid-ethers, high ethers, everything.
Most importantly, it's 2,600 experience and 80 tech points every time you do it.
Yeah,
And
just
you could-
massive.
Yeah, you could just respawn it over and over and over again. When you start really getting your feet under you when you're running this, you tend to understand what your experience threshold is for when you just want to say, damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead after this.
All right, Luca just learned, I think, her second to last tech, which was fire. And then she's gonna learn fire too right afterwards. You know, good spells there. Good spells. But yeah, this is kind of like the downtime at the end of the sea where we wanna farm up at least to like level 32-ish, just to kind of give us like a good footing to fight Lavos.
Yeah, typically speaking, I go to 32 on this, and then I take every fight on my way down to Lavos, and that gets me to like 36 total.
Yep.
And that's a very comfortable Lavos fight.
Yeah, I tend to fight lower myself.
Right.
And what we're gonna do, what we're also
sometimes
gonna
I
do for the
will
lava.
end up being that high because I don't have the right tech, so I'll grind for tech here. And experience becomes secondary to that. But anyway,
Yeah, and what we're gonna do for the Lavos fight is we're gonna kind of dumb down the battle speed anyway, because fighting Lavos on 1 battle speed that's a death wish. You're sitting there trying to heal, and Lavos is sitting there pummeling you with everything, and you're just like, well, guess I'll die.
it's not recommended.
3 or 4 is your good recommendation.
I usually
one of the things
not 2 personally, but if I
One of the things that I've found actually is that when I've been running Eternal Nightmare doing that fight, which you absolutely must lower the battle speed for that crazy nonsense. It tends to be more consequential around battle speed 3 or 4. That's when you actually start to notice it in a perceptible manner.